In this video, I'm going to show you how to add an employee in the Evolution system. First, go to Manager menu, then Programming, and then select Employees. In the Employee view, key in the employee name. We have here the first name, last name, and alias. While alias is optional, you could also leave it blank. In this example, we will type in John as the first name and Davis as the last name. Then we will enter John for alias. Now let's go to permission group. Permission group is optional, and same with language preference. So that's okay if you're not going to select anything from the drop-down. Next, we will assign a pin for the employee. So first, hit on toggle, and then clear to clear out the existing pin. Once it's cleared, you can now select a pin for the employee. So type in the number you'd like to assign, and then select Add and Save Employees. Now that we have created a new employee, the next step that we need to do is to assign a job description. Please note that the job description is important because without it, the employee will not be able to use the clock-in function. To do that, let's click on Jobs. In this example, we will type in Server as the job description, and then enter the pay rate. For example, $14, and then click on Done. And always don't forget to hit Edit and Save Employees to save the changes. Now let's proceed to permissions. The system has a default set of permissions whenever a new employee is added. You will see there are two windows here. We have the Available and Assign Permissions. If you need to add permissions, just select the item from the Available section, and the permission selected will then be transferred to the Assign Permissions section. It will be added at the bottom of the list. Now tap Edit and Save Employees. Now the next option that we have here is for drawers. The system assigns or enables it by default in every station. If you don't want the employee to have access to drawer, just uncheck to disable it. Again, don't forget to click Edit and Save Employees to save any changes you made. Now let's move on to miscellaneous. If you want to restrict an employee to a particular station or stations, what you need to do is to click or check restrict to stations. By default, all stations are checked. You just have to determine which station the employee will be restricted. So in this example, he is restricted to all other stations except for E1. And again, hit on edit and save employees to save the changes. As you may have noticed, the system doesn't have an option to delete or to remove an employee. If you have an inactive employee and would like to remove them from the list, all you just have to do is to select the active option. This is to disable the employee, and then click edit and save changes. The employee will now be removed from the active lists. How about if I'd like to reactivate an inactive employee? So it's just simple. Click on Settings and then select Show Inactive Employees. Then click on Close. Now you will see here that all inactive employees will be added to the list. So just look for the employee's name and then click on the active toggle button to reactivate the employee. Now select Edit and save employees. Now the next item on the employee info screen is the Require Clock-in feature. This will ask the employee to clock in first before starting taking orders. After you have enabled Require Clock-in, select Edit and Save Employees to save the changes. For businesses that is using Manager's Card, tap in Register MagStripe card, then swipe the Manager card on MSR or Magnetic Stripe reader. The system will capture the card's details and it will be assigned to the employee. After that, hit on Done, then Edit and Save Employees. Now that you've added a new employee, you may now close out this screen and you could now test if you could log in using the PIN you have set up for the employee.